We had started this year with an unprecedented development portfolio of 959 billion. Due to the lower collections by the federal government and other issues regarding inflation and high project increase, whereby the projects had to be revised, we have released to date, and we plan to release 666 billion rupees, and inshallah ta'ala we will catch a development spending of rupees 600 billion this year, which will be an all-time high. Sir, the provincial expenditures have been proposed for the current financial year to be rupees 2.9 trillion from a budget estimate of rupees 3 trillion. The current revenue expenditure is revised and is now pitched at rupees 1.86 trillion against current year's budget estimates of rupees 1.9 trillion. The current capital expenditure has been proposed to be rupees 237.9 billion, showing an increase over current year's budget of rupees 184.8 billion. The increase is due to surging rupee-dollar parity within the range of rupees 276 to rupees 282 per US dollar, raising the expenditure towards repayment of foreign loans. The estimates of investment activities have been revised to rupees 198.2 billion as compared to the budget. I have already told you about the development expenditure of 2024-25, and in the current financial year, the provincial development expenditure stands at rupees 817 billion, which includes 392 billion from provincial ADP, rupees 55 billion from district ADP, and rupees 296 billion for foreign project assistance. So the province's own receipts in the current financial year is largely reliant upon, so the province is largely reliant upon federal transfers. In the current financial year, the revised estimates of federal transfers have been proposed at rupees 1.79 trillion compared to a budget estimate of rupees 1.9 trillion. So 104 billion rupees have already been deducted by the federal government from our share. Therefore, the revised estimates for divisible pool stand at rupees 1.623 billion as against the budget estimate of 1.747 billion. The revised estimate for straight transfers are rupees 129 billion against a budget estimate of rupees 6 billion. So for our own resources, our three departments, the Sindh Revenue Board is going to collect more than 300 billion rupees in this year. The Excise and Taxation Department is going to collect almost 200 billion rupees cash, apart from the bank guarantees that are submitted. And the Board of Revenue will collect about 30 billion rupees. So the non-tax revenues have been proposed to be at rupees 51.5 billion. So for the next financial year, the budget outlay for provincial expenditure for year 2025-26, as I said earlier, is rupees 3.45 trillion. This marks an increase of 12.9% over budget estimates of the current financial year. I will very briefly present the components of current revenue, capital and development expenditures. Budget estimates for current revenue expenditures have been pitched at rupees 2.15 trillion, which is 12.4% higher than budget estimates of 1.9 trillion for the current financial year. The increase is mainly due to inflationary impact on the operating expense, enhancement of grant and aid to non-financial institutions, including hospitals, public sector universities, local councils, necessary salary rise in shape of relief allowance to government employees, and raise in pension expenditure due to increase in pensions. Highlight of budget estimates for 2025-26, where I'll just talk about the major departments. Education sector, we are proposing an expenditure of rupees 524 billion against last year's budget of rupees 458 billion. For primary education, the allocation is being enhanced from 136 billion to 156 billion. For middle and elementary, it increased from 36.2 to 42.7 billion. For secondary education, we are increasing by rupees 5 billion. The proposal for next year is rupees 39.53 billion. For higher education, we have kept a budget of rupees 42 billion for next financial year. So for the differently abled persons, the DPD department